Got plenty of Brahmin meat on the hooks. Wait, what kind of meat is this? You never heard of Brahmin? Big, dumb, got 4 legs and 2 heads. Sometimes we get weird stuff from the caravans too.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Weird stuff? Weirder than 2-headed cow meat? Yeah, princess. Weirder than that. Mirelurk, bloatflies, rad stags. It's all protein, right? It's all protein, right?
It's all protein, right?
What's wrong with you?
Ain't like you can be picky in the Commonwealth.
I've made 3 different videos of unmodded Fallout 4 challenge playthroughs, and I've yet to finish the challenge a single time. And 1/3 of all my playthroughs end early simply due to run-ending bugs. Never mind that the other 2/3 of the playthroughs have ended by skill issues. Anyways, today I'm embarking on my most challenging playthrough idea yet. I'm going to finish Fallout 4 survival mode as the scariest thing I can think of. A modern-day 21st century American vegan. Now, you may be wondering why anyone would restrict their character to a vegan diet in a video game. I'll let real-world vegan and better person than you, Brie Larson, address that question.
Short answer, being vegan just makes you better than most people.
Bingo! I'll also be enforcing a vegan standard of morality and ethical choice making onto my character. In order to truly complete this vegan challenge run, I have to make every aspect of my character and my in-game actions completely in line with veganity.
Your money. All of it. Now.
Yeah, I know the drill.
Why just do the diet if I'm not going to embrace the full vegan lifestyle? There are a lot of food items in Fallout 4, but almost every single helpful one has meat as the main ingredient. Want to carry 25 more pounds of junk? You need to kill a radstag. Want more agility so you can use more VATS? Gotta munch on the rear end of a deathclaw. Just want some good old health? You gotta eat this thing. Somehow. In fact, there are only 2 food items not based on meat that are worth anything. Vegetable soup and the noodle bowl. And using the words worth anything is being extremely generous. So starvation is probably going to be an issue, but that's a problem for future Mike foolery. For now, let's move on to building my character. I asked an AI to generate a picture of the average vegan based on all photos of self-identified vegans on the internet. And this is what came out. Alright, I'll give it my best.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Next, I worked on making a husband secure enough in his manhood to follow his wife's lead in avoiding all animal products. Okay, somehow he ended up looking like a cross between Megamind and Sid from Toy Story, and I'm not really sure how to process that, so we're just gonna ignore it. The Vault-Tec rep comes to my house, but I can't be bothered to do paperwork because, as a vegan, I don't ever let someone else tell me what to do.
Maybe I don't want to talk to you.
Instead, I force my husband to handle it.
Fine, I'll do it myself.
Fun fact that I realized in this playthrough. If you refuse to do the paperwork as a man, Nora makes you do it.
And I'm saying yes. So there.
Splendid!
If you refuse to do the paperwork as a woman, Nate does it for you.
Fine, I'll do it myself.
What did Bethesda mean by this?
Splendid!
Moving on, if you've watched my CIA video, you know that the specials are central to the playthrough. You're also probably on a watch list. Sorry. Special stats are the strengths and weaknesses that I arbitrarily place on my character for role-playing purposes. And like in that other video that I can't mention twice,
Look, I have 2.5 strikes against me.
after setting my special stats, I won't be able to permanently increase them with anything besides the special book and bobbleheads. So I can only choose a handful of perks throughout the entire run and can never spend a perk point on increasing a special. Starting with strength, that's gonna be a 9. If you think vegans aren't strong, you've never tried their diet. And I'm not talking about muscle strength, because Lord knows they have no gains. I'm talking about discipline. I'm 250 pounds, I can squat 4 plates, and I'd be dead in a week if I stopped eating meat. For perception, that's a 1. I'd do a 0 if I could. If you can't perceive that eating meat is delicious and part of God's plan for your life, you have terrible perception. Endurance is a 7 solely because no one has more energy than a vegan that needs to tell everyone that she's vegan. Charisma is a 1 because no one has more energy than a vegan that needs to tell everyone that she's vegan. Intelligence is a 1, and I'll let you fill in the reasons why. Agility is an 8. I can make plenty of jokes about vegans, and believe me, I will, but I gotta acknowledge it is very rare to find one that is overweight. Finally, luck is a 1.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
I love you.
Oh my god! After leaving the vault, I head down to Sanctuary and do the normal Sanctuary stuff, looting, scrapping, and shelf building until I get to level 13. I put the special book into Agility and take Big Leagues, Blitz, and Sneak, as well as a few other helpful perks like Armorer and Commando. Since this is a low Charisma build, I'm going to be locked out of the Lone Wanderer perk, which is objectively one of, if not the best perks in the game. For those of you that don't know, Lone Wanderer gives the player a huge boost to damage output, damage resistance, and carrying capacity for anyone not traveling with a companion. And therefore, not taking this perk forces me to rely on using one of the many in-game companions as my own personal sentient suitcase. However, since this is a vegan playthrough, I'm going to have to avoid gaining affinity with all human companions for the sake of realism. In other words, I can't make people like me because that's just too unrealistic. Ideally, by the end of the playthrough, I'll manage to have the companions for each major faction hate me, but I'll settle for just being seriously disliked. After talking to Codsworth, I head down to Red Rocket to insult Dogmeat, and we get attacked by mole rats, forcing me into a self-defense situation. Up to this point, I've not discussed how I plan on handling the many dangerous animals of the wasteland. As a vegan, my plan is to follow the golden standard of human-animal interaction set by PETA. In 2022, PETA killed 2,092 cats and dogs. 74% of the 2,800 cats and dogs received into their shelters for the year. So holding myself to the same standard that PETA does allows me no more than 2,092 animal kills per in-game year. And I'll be sure to kill the animals as ethically as PETA. Now, you may think it's extremely hypocritical for an animal rights organization to kill so many animals. After clearing out Red Rocket, my character is getting very hungry and there are no fruits or vegetables in sight. I can see a farm off in the distance, so I decide to head there to steal food, equitably redistribute wealth. Working my way to the other side of the farm, I find a delicious melon patch, guarded by a single greedy would-be melon hoarder, and I strike her down.
What just happened?
I nab the delicious melons and sneak out of there before anyone's the wiser. I also found a baseball bat on her body, a serious weapon upgrade. Heading into Concord, I sneak up on a raider and steal his clothes, working my way towards Preston. I get to Preston and he immediately puts all his faith into me, even though I'm dressed like this and I just crushed like 10 dudes' skulls with a bat.
But I'm a man of my word.
They then ask me to get into some power armor and save them from the rest of the gang. My only problem with this being that it requires me doing something for someone other than myself.
The answer's no. I'm out.
Just like that, huh? You come this far, then condemn these poor people to die?
Yeah.
Talking with Mama Murphy only reaffirms that I made the right choice.
Heroism's for kids and suckers. Maybe. But Pickles, I saw Pickles. Great. You're completely nuts.
My gift is pretty nuts, but it's the Pickles, they give me the nuts.
Oh boy.
But since there's only one way to complete this quest, no matter what dialogue you choose, I go outside and take care of the raiders the same way any single childless 40-year-old woman handles her problems. With lots and lots of drugs. After taking care of the raiders, I meet Preston back in Sanctuary and he tells me to go help a settlement. But you know the old saying, help a settlement once and they'll be fine for a day. Kill everyone in the settlement and you'll never need to help them again. I think I understand why PETA just kills their animals now. Speaking of animals, on my way back to Preston, I run into a pack of dogs that are not aggravated towards me. The Commonwealth must already be sensing my veganism. I guess animals can just tell if you're a good person. Okay, never mind.
It's not her! It's not Felicity! Different wolf!
I get back to Preston, and after killing two innocent people in cold blood, he immediately decides to make me the general of the Minutemen.
I think you're the one who can bring the Minutemen back and bring the whole Commonwealth together.
Okay. I'll do it.
That's the spirit, Mum. And one giant step in the right direction for the Commonwealth.
My new mission is to make Preston regret this decision for the rest of his life.
So, if I'm a general, where's my army?
You're looking at it, I'm afraid.
That's why first thing we do is head back to the Abernathy's farm to claim another settlement for the Minutemen and rescue a cow.
My father had the right idea about how to deal with your people. And I think it's time I finished the job.
What the?